The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
You have one role.
No, I just did it beautifully.
You did it, and you did it beautifully.
He does it well.
Yeah. So Tony.
Before we bring... she does not follow directions.
I know.
I have to ask you.
Why would she start today?
I know. How long have you known me?
Why do you think today's the day? It's like when people talk to me and they go, do you care if we? I go, I didn't pick today to start caring.
It's almost like they're expecting something different,
something
right?
different, right? I go, yeah. Well, the other guy's gonna do 10. Do you mind only do? I go, yeah, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah. Do I look like I care?
Take a good look at me.
If I have a kid in the past,
Take a good.
do you think I'm going to care in the future?
And just say to yourself, is this a guy who cares?
No.
The answer's got to be no.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, answer my trivia question.
I got
You
it.
can't answer.
Okay.
Because you might know it.
All right.
Who is the first comedian ever to play at Fenway Park?
Dun 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, dun. I got it.
I thought you were going to have to...
Tony V. Our Tony V.
Yay.
That was a lot
When
of
I
fun.
tell you, I was so proud of you.
Thank you.
I was so proud of you.
I thank you.
I hooted and hollered, and everyone around me was like, "No, but he's my friend." But I thought
You might not have heard us. We were the farthest seats away.
Where were you? Well, I don't know. I heard Section 113.
Oh, you
with the
killed.
lights.
Oh, with the lights.
Yeah.
That was a great line.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying, "We want Bud Light. We want," and I'm thinking, "Go get some then."
So tell them what happened with this one section.
The everything was dark.
Oh, actually, we should say what happened. We're at Fenway
We're
Park
at
with Tony
Fenway
V
Park
and
on
Billy
the,
Burr.
It was Bill Burr's show. Let's get
It was
that
the Tony
right
V
now.
show with Bill Burr.
Bill Burr was nice enough to have me open
And we're at
for him
Fenway
at
Park,
Fenway
so
Park.
a lot of us went to it. So that's
We had
the
a little
setup.
family outing, little company outing, and
30 people worth.
We had a lot of people.
we had a huge section for you and Bill Burr, of course.
Of course.
I didn't know he was going to be there.
I know. I was getting up to leave when Tony got off the stage.
All right, that was a great show.
My wife did.
Did she?
Yeah, she watched my set. I mean, she came reluctantly anyway. Like, to get my wife to come to any show is like a shotgun wedding.
But it's Fenway Park.
But so
She had to go,
she
right?
went. But as soon as I was done,
Really?
Yeah, she left.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Well, she's probably heard Bill Burr several times.
Yeah,
right?
And she hasn't heard Tony at all?
No. He saves his joke for outside the house.
Right.
But anyway, you were sensational. You were
All right,
calm.
we got to tell them
you
about
were-
that crowd, though. So this is what was happening. They were right near us, and all of a sudden, it would be like a grenade went off, and then they would stop. I'm thinking, I almost thought it was like some sort of protest or something like that.
Right.
So I said to Ryan, I'm going to go see what's going on.
Of course you are.
And he says, what are you doing? I said, I'm just going to see
Ah,
what's
see
going on.
what's this deal,
So
yeah.
evidently what was happening was spontaneously, the light would just show up.
It would shine on them.
It would just
Yeah.
shine on
On them.
On
Right.
them.
Right.
And they would
Yeah.
freak out there. But you had a great
Right.
line to
Yeah.
that. I'm really killing in section 103.
103, I'm killing it up there.
I had the same thing. I was telling Tony that when it started, and I could hear what I thought was heckling.
Yes,
that's
I'm
what I was wondering.
thought.
I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to go fight an entire section.
That's
I know.
exactly right.
I know.
And I
That's
looked
exactly
over
how
and
I
they-
felt.
I looked over and then I realized because they all had their sunglasses on because the light of from
Right,
the heavens
exactly.
is
Well,
just shooting them
yeah.
in the face.
Right, and it looked like it was directly on them.
Right.
It
It was.
But there was one point during that exchange
Yeah.
where I turned to do a voice or say something. I don't exactly
Yeah,
remember it.
yeah.
But in my head, I go, The ball's on you. Ad-libbing at Fenway Park. How dare you? And that's when I knew I was sort of in the zone.
You're
Yeah.
in the
Because
zone. You're in the zone.
it was just like any other
I
show.
really thought you were going to start working the crowd then, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Section 120. What do you do for work?
Not you. Two rows
right
down,
beside-
over with the baseball hat.
No, the other one with the baseball hat.
That was truly everybody in our section and anybody walking
Yeah.
out because it was a mob to get out of there.
Yeah.
Everybody left with the biggest smiles on
Yeah.
their face.
Yeah, it
On a
was a good
Sunday
night.
night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It started, an hour and a half late?
Yeah, it did start a little.
Well,
late.
But
there's a
because
little traffic.
they couldn't get the crowd in fast enough
Well,
because they were
they're
locking the phones.
Yeah, and he does that on purpose because people are itching to cancel everybody about something, and he's got to perform that act
Another time, yeah.
until he does a special,
Right.
and he doesn't want to leak.
I
in.
get it. I
Sort
get
of
it.
like that.
Right.
But my daughter and my niece, Emily and Cecilia, they hijacked they found a way to
So did everybody.
Yeah.
keep their phones.
Right.
And my niece goes, "Oh, it's easy. I do
Right.
it all the time."
You just YouTube it, and
Yeah.
there's like a magnet.
You can
or,
use a magnet
or a
all
pen.
all they did was while they were sailing it, I think she kept her pinky in the corner, so
Oh,
it felt
yeah.
like they sealed the whole thing, but the whole thing was not sealed, and then you just open it like an envelope.
I saw somebody with a smartwatch,
I
and
just
I had
told
to
everybody.
give up my smartwatch, and I didn't know. Everyone's like, "Hey, what time is it?" Nobody.
You had to give up your watch,
Yeah,
too?
smartwatch.
No smartphones.
Wow.
So I had left my phone in the car because
Yeah.
Renee Carter gave me that tip. So we went back to the car and left it there. And so my watch is in the pouch. And the guy behind us, I said, "Where'd you get your smartwatch?" And he's like, "I took it out of the pouch." And I go, "Paulie, give me my pouch." So I gave him my pouch, and he just broke it out. But I didn't do anything illegal
right,
with it.
right,
I just
right.
wanted to know what damn time it
time,
was.
of course you need to know
it
the
sounds
time.
like when the phrase isn't part of the sentence, I broke it out. sounds a little illegal.
A little.
I didn't do it. He did
He
it.
did
Oh, okay.
I didn't
You're
do
an
it.
accomplice.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to do, I just bought a new phone.
Right.
So I was going to bring in the old phone and say, yeah, you can lock this up as long as you want, and taking the new phone.
in.
But
You might have gone through.
I was thinking of slipping it by, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
all good.
What one of our party did was they started calling Alexa through the pouch, and it could make calls.
Oh, you're kidding me?
says-
So you can hear through the pouch?
Yeah.
No, so the bottom line was they just didn't want any recording.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So,
Right. Which is what I was absolutely going to do. I said, I got to get Tony
we would have
V.
kept it. We would have kept it a
phony.
secret.
And they documented the whole thing. I
Right.
mean, there's going to be a documentary around, this epic night.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
the pictures of you guys smoking cigars in Fenway
Oh
Park
my God,
was
that
sensational.
was that's all we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right. Was that after the show?
After the show,
Yeah.
at the after party. That's all. Everything we talked about the show and how we're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
do this and
yeah.
that. He goes, and then we're going to smoke in the seats. I go,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I saved a couple of Cuban cigars that I had.
Nice.
For him and me and Lou, and we. Under the watchful eyes of the people that run Fenway, they had nothing to say.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because you guys are superstars. That's why. I was so proud, and I was so pleased to be included in that event.
Was Bill happy with the experience?
Couldn't have been happier.
Yeah.
I mean, and more relieved. I mean, it was weighing heavily on him. I
Right,
mean, all the
right.
big shows he has done and stuff. It is history.
no,
Right.
without a doubt.
The
Right.
first time that
Right.
anybody sold out Fenway Park.
Right.
And it was jammed.
It was jammed.
And you could tell
And then he had his name, Bill Burr, on the
scoreboard.
green
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a dream come true. And for someone growing up in this area, and
Well,
you could tell it made
Well, that's
it
was
made
the
such
perfect.
an impression on
Yeah,
him.
it was the perfect
storm,
storm.
yeah.
Right.
A thing to do.
Right. I like
You
his
know?
story about talking about when he was like whatever a teenager and he's up in the bleachers, and you ever get that feeling when you're falling asleep for 3 hours, you don't know what you did for the 3 hours, and you wake up and there's mustard and puke all over.
He was sensational too.
Yeah,
he was,
right. He was very kind.
I've seen some of his work on, of course, the famous Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Well, that was
thing.
a lot angrier. That was angry Bill Burr.
But I saw him at Comics Come Home, and he was a little bit dark.
He's
one
always
year.
got a little bit of a
Yeah,
tinge
he-
to him.
But
Yeah.
but
he
I
brings
didn't
it around.
I didn't see any of that on the Wednesday night or Sunday night.
Yeah. I think, age and family mellows people to a certain degree. Your priorities change a little bit.
I didn't see any angry in him.
Yeah.
I saw he had the WTF look on his face a couple times, like, what people? Like, you know what I mean?
I like how he can make fun of both.
Well, that's
present,
his.
present,
Chrissy and I were talking about that
That's his
earlier.
MO,
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't pick a side. He'll shit on both sides.
Right.
And
Which
he
is
gets
fair
the-
because then he keeps everybody happy,
Yeah.
right?
One can't ride a bike and one can't run a casino.
Right.
It's like not being able to sell a hot dog at Fenway Park or something like that. Which
Yeah.
is-
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
But he always had, this is my favorite part of comedians, and you do it all the time, is when you have something really funny in your head and it's just starting to come out of your mouth.
Right.
And then you start laughing.
You see the look on.
No, he a couple of times he literally couldn't get it out, like because
Right.
he was like,
Laughing,
trying to keep his composure, but he's dying inside laughing.
When Tony does that, I always say, boy, it'd be very interesting to be in Tony's head.
Well, right.
Okay, it's a dark place.
No, so when
if
he
even
starts,
he's laughing about what he's about to say.
So that's my favorite thing when a comedian can't get their joke out because they're laughing
right.
because they know it's coming.
Right.
Well, because sometimes when you're doing your material you've done before or whatever, it's not a surprise to you, but you got to make it a surprise to the audience. But when you have a thought that's a surprise to you, you go, "Oh, this is good. I can't wait to say this."
And I know with Bill, when Bill laughs, you're like, oh, it's going to be the most offensive thing, and I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
And he knows it, right?
Yeah, that's why he
thing is,
giggles, because he knows, like, this is
Fenway,
going to...
I didn't think he was all that offensive.
Fenway?
yeah.
Well, you were ready for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
But
he
does
had.
he did, he does tackle issues.
He has abortion.
Right, we can, no.
rape
We
jokes.
can't
Yeah,
talk
right, we
about
won't
any
talk
of that
about
on
it.
our
I know,
radio,
I know.
on our podcast, because we got lambasted by some troller.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to... Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
What?
He wanted a
Another
trigger
one?
warning.
No, we're-
so that's why we
No.
can't
No,
say
I was
those
just saying,
words.
yeah, that's
It was the one about the house with the other.
Yeah.
we got
That's
triggered
low
there.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, like, if you're not going to be funny about it, it's nothing. You can't even laugh. Like, the thing is, he always makes it just hysterically funny.
Yeah. Listen, I just posted this the other day on Facebook, and until the world, and we'll never get there, but until the world can talk to each other the way comedians talk to ourselves,
Yep.
we're never going to get anywhere.
Right.
Because if you ever heard the conversations I have with my comedian friends, we would all be locked up.
I've heard
Right.
him.
You've been in on them,
Yes.
Ricky, and you know.
I do.
But I know that these guys have a heart and they don't care about it, and we're just making fun of.
You're just making funny jokes.
Yes.
But it doesn't
Yes.
mean that how you feel about that
is
subject.
What I'm going to videotape someday.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
we'll all go to jail.
Out back at Giggles. I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
Well, you're
oh,
going to have to put black marks in front of their face, like, the big dot. I don't. This sounds like Tony V, but I don't think it looks like Tony
I think
V.
this is actually how we started our radio show. We're out back and we're just going back and forth on different subject matters. I said, well, we should probably do a radio
radio
show.
show. Yeah. But you got to get there. But people are so hair trigger now to be offended.
The best shows you guys do is when it's kind of like a family and friends show. Like you did one at, I won't say the name of it, about a place in Boston.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. You were emceeing it. I forgot who it was. Someone's birthday or something like that.
It's Gav.
Yes.
The
And
Don
it's
Gavin.
The
Yeah.
stories that were coming out
Oh, my God.
that night.
Yeah.
That should have been videotaped there. So.
Yeah.
I
So,
know.
But
I
the
mean-
family and friends means that everyone knows them well enough that we can
Exactly,
tell your
whatever.
off-color jokes.
Exactly.
You know, my son, we did Gus and
I've been dying to ask you.
son Gus.
There he
and
goes again.
Yeah. Did the Hampton Beach Comedy Festival on Thursday.
Yeah.
We did Giggles, 2 shows on Wednesday. Then Gus and I did the Hampton
I heard
Beach
you didn't get
Comedy
out till like
Festival.
midnight on Wednesday.
Yeah, there was 2 shows.
No, but I didn't. What time did you start the second show?
He did about an
9:30.
hour and a half.
Yeah, he did an hour and a half on Wednesday.
And then we smoked out back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Thursday we did the Hampton Beach Comedy Festival. And then Friday he did a show at Nick's in Boston.
Okay.
Same
Did
deal.
you do too?
I opened that one.
Nice.
And then I had to run to his hometown of Canton to do my own show. So I opened the show and then I just left.
But you guys weren't in Saratoga on Saturday. It was
and then we were in
Oh, you
Saratoga
were?
on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
But were
'Cause
you
he
in
had booked that
Saratoga
earlier.
the year before, or was I imagining that?
I mean
the week before.
No. It was
Okay.
the Saturday.
Okay.
That night
Okay.
You and him did stuff in Connecticut before, right?
Yes, last year we did a week in Connecticut.
Right,
together.
right.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Hampton.
So Hampton. So my son Gus had flown in for Fenway, and then we decided to do the Hampton Beach Comedy Festival together. And for some reason, they put Gus on after me.
Wow.
And and he's going, Dad, this is not my crowd. It's a middle-aged couple of Hampton Beach.
So he was
crowd.
having a little bit of a panic?
He's a little bit anxiety-ridden.
Yeah.
He goes, I can't do my act. They'll eat me alive. Blah blah blah. And I go, just be you, buddy. You'll be fine. He knows. what
Great
he's doing.
dad words.
Yeah, and so I go up and I have a decent set in front of him, and Jimmy outros me and he goes, Tony's going to be opening for Bill Burr this Sunday at Fenway Park, and Gus goes up on stage, and his opening line is, "Wait, that fat fuck is opening for Bill Burr? Well, he's opening for me tonight." And everybody whips around and looks at me. I go, "That's my boy."
You know what? That's the indication of a great comedian who didn't know what to say.
Right.
Oh yeah, he thinks
Yeah.
good on his feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
that was the highlight of the week for me right there.
That's hysterical.
So Bill Burr is going to have a movie come out, Bad Dads.
Bad Dads. No, Old Dads. Old Dads.
When is that coming out?
After the first
It's
of the
Old
year.
Dads? I've been telling everyone
Yeah,
Bad
no,
Dads. so-
old Dads.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Bad Moms. Have you seen?
No. I hope so because I was introducing it as Old Dads.
Maybe we could have Chrissy look it
Old
up.
Dads.
It's
Old Dads, okay.
On
'Cause I
Miramax.
thought the same because it made me think it's like
Bad
kind of like
Moms.
Bad
Yeah,
Moms
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
They
So-
should
But it
have
is
the
Old
Bad
Dads.
Moms characters go into the movie with Bill Burr as
Yeah.
old dads.
It looks great.
Because
Yeah.
those crazy girls.
And what's his name? People that are in it were at the show.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna lose names now. My kids were crazy.
I can
Yeah.
confirm.
Can you-
Old Dad.
Old Dads.
Oh, good job, Chrissy.
Who else is in it?
We got
Chrissy?
Rachel Harris. Rochelle
She-
Harris.
yeah, she
Jackie
was there.
Hahn, Bobby Cannavale.
Bobby Cannavale was there,
Cannavale.
and he's married to Rose, somebody who's a big deal. Because my kids were going gaga.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they go, can we meet them? And I go, yeah. They go, how are we going to do that? And I go, hey, come here.
How are we possibly going to be able to do that?
Hey, come here. My kids want to
and,
meet
and
you.
you actually can do that now,
Yeah,
Tony, right?
Yeah, I do it anyway. But then Rachel Harris and my daughter hung out for like an hour.
No
Yeah, they
way.
became friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
it was
cool.
kind of
So,
fun. Yeah.
it's all paying off for the kids now.
Yeah. Yeah, and Gus he met the people that own the Comedy Store backstage.
Oh, neat.
Out in L.A., and, they gave him cards, and he invited somebody to his show, and someone's going to get Kevin Nealon to come to his show. in
Wow.
LA, and, it's just...
It's all
just
snowballing.
madness, yeah.
Yeah.
It was madness.
The V family's having a good year.
Yeah, a good week, anyway. Let's tap
Well, then
it
you
down
got
a
to
little
go
bit.
on vacation.
And then I went to Wells Beach, yeah.
Did you work up there?
I did one night in Seabrook on the Thursday.
Oh, I thought I saw that, yeah.
At the casino up there. And it was good. It was a show for a house that works with the developmentally challenged people.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a 3 comedians from the home do sets.
Oh,
And it was fantastic.
that's awesome.
They were great. And I ended up having a clinic with them for 45 minutes after the show. I was so taken.
That's awesome.
So what's the next set of shows you got coming up?
Oh, it's right back to $400 Elks Club gigs for me. I mean, literally the next day.
And
it's
Tuesday podcast.
Right. Literally the next
He wishes
day.
he got $400 for this.
Right.
Yeah.
The next day I get a call. Hey, do you want to do this blah, blah, blah for
Nope.
$400? And I go, I got to make a living.
As long as it's 15 minutes and I don't have to wear pants.
Well, in honor
do it.
of the movie I thought was Bad Dads.
No, it's Old Dads.
All right. So the segue isn't quite as good then. So, but I thought we could talk about some of the I guess bad individuals out there for brokers, sellers.
Oh.
Yeah. So
How about old
nasty
brokers?
People. Old brokers.
we could do a thing.
I know we're trying to get business, not lose business.
The other one that said they're old.
I'm kidding.
Bad brokers. I could think
Okay,
I could think of a few things. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one that I
ahead.
heard where this is during the craze with a million people in the house. One of the brokers. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but left the baby monitor on.
Yeah.
So they could start hearing what the
Or what
buyers
the buyers were saying in the other room.
saying. Yeah, we'll go up to 8:10 and waive this, and this.
That
and
seems illegal to
it
me.
is.
That seems like having your phone at a Bill Burr concert.
Well,
That doesn't seem right.
Not only it's kind of immoral too. You know.
Yeah, it's yucky.
Yeah, it's
It's
unethical.
just unethical.
It is illegal.
Immoral.
Is it illegal though?
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You have to tell someone.
Right.
Like when.
That they're being listened to.
Yeah, that
Right.
there's some sort of yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Audio is very
Yeah,
bad.
at least. Yeah. I know when you're recording somebody, one of the parties has to know.
Well,
No, recording somebody.
yeah,
Not-
you
yeah.
can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
It's
So
not
what-
admissible in court.
So what-
if
what-
I videotape you and
And
I
didn't
said this is
tell
what
me.
Tony
Right.
was doing, and you didn't know about it,
Right.
it's not admissible.
So what
in
brokers have to do now is put it on listing sheets because a lot of people have those little nest and all the things that the
Everything's listening.
everything. So they have to put on the MLS sheet. You know, there is surveillance on
property.
site.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what else have brokers done?
They should just have a sign that says, "Wife has a big mouth," or "Husband, let's not get into trouble."
Right.
Now,
Whatever-
you're talking about someone
whatever.
selling a house or just in general? You just want to do that.
Right.
Oh, my wife has a big mouth.
So don't say anything to her.
I like the broker who, I know, now we're going to get off some tangents. The broker who didn't really want to sell the house. He was
Oh, right.
Having an affair with one of the other
Oh
brokers.
yeah, he was using it to get a little.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So-
I have a showing at 6 o'clock at whatever address.
He was selling the
meet me there.
$800,000 house
Yeah.
for $1 million, so it would never sell.
Pay no attention to the rumpled sheets.
Well, you told us to stage the house,
Well,
make
what
it look
about-
like a family was really there.
What about the brokers that take pictures and like the beds aren't made or
Oh, right. I
you know,
I
can
know.
see them standing in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
just
cat-
like and
the-
you look at the
The cat on the windowsill.
yeah, and the car in the
Right.
driveway.
Now, are you saying that's just a bad broker
Yes.
doing a terrible job?
Yes.
Or do people do that on purpose to
Terrible broker.
a terrible broker?
Yeah.
The
so
thing
choose
is, like,
your
your
brokers wisely.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what do we've always said that like somebody is going to be attracted to your home within like the first minute
Right.
of pictures online.
Right,
Right.
So
right.
having said that, if you have beds aren't made or
Right,
just
right.
it's kind of a fake staging if you throw like a pillow that doesn't match. and-
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
It
It's
shows
just-
a laziness. So if someone can't even get the pictures done right, they're not going to sell.
Right.
I've seen a picture where they literally didn't get out of the car. They took a picture of the house, but you could see the rear view.
The mirror?
Yeah. Come on, give it an effort there.
They were trying to sell the house next to me a couple of years ago, and the house was very old and very dated.
Right.
But like every room had like a stupid like throw mat, like a just a little mat, and it was they were all askew. Like
Right.
I'm like, and with boxes in the pictures, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how do they expect to sell this
Sell the
house?
house. Right.
There's
Oh.
no appeal, you know.
Right,
so
right.
if I was looking for a house, I would have just gone click and been
I
out.
don't like it.
I like this one. We haven't told this one in a while. The husband who put the house on the market, you know, obviously with the wife knowing, but would always make up an open house on Sunday.
Right.
Just so she'd go out and clean the house first and then head out.
And make some bread.
So it smells like
Honey,
bread.
we got another open house today. And she'd
Now,
do it.
have the virtual tours caught on? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
They
yep.
are. We've actually had a couple buyers that buy sight unseen.
Really?
Yeah. And then they complain.
And then they backed out.
Then they complain when they get to the real
that
walk.
that the
show.
house doesn't really look like
Like
The
what they
pictures.
saw.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know. So
It's
we
like
just-
a dating app.
Right.
That's what they need is a dating app
Right,
for
right.
houses. Where,
Right.
You know, you have a
But you don't-
profile of the house.
You don't.
Yeah.
You need to update your pictures.
Right. Well, everybody should do that.
Right.
Even in dating apps.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah, you don't want some of the pictures.
No. No. Why wouldn't they update their
yeah.
picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's one of the reasons why they wouldn't update their picture.
I have seen some.
They look worse than they did.
Right.
You guys are on the dating sites, but I am thinking about.
I'm not.
I am not on a dating
neither.
site.
No. Talking about
Who
the
do
dating.
you think I am? Who
No,
do you think I
talking
am?
about the dating sites, but talking about updating your pictures for MLS. I seen pictures where they just regurgitated the pictures when they tried to sell it 2 years ago.
Or the Zillow pictures,
Or the
right?
Zillow, yeah.
Which is probably 2 years ago pictures that
Right.
were picked up off MLS or
Right,
somewhere.
exactly.
How's Zillow doing, by the way? Do they still?
They're
They're
trying
still,
to change their business models.
Oh, all right. They're buying
still,
houses
They're
now.
still 80% accurate 20% of the time.
I wonder if Zillow's ever going to sue us over that stat.
No,
you know
we
what?
read that stat.
I know, right?
No, we
exactly.
didn't. We made it up.
Oh, I read that somewhere.
No, it is
Probably
close to.
said
You're
it.
right.
Probably on John
My
Maroney's
notes.
Oh,
notes.
maybe on his notes.
All right, sellers. How did it? And this isn't really behaving badly, but it's
Are
just
you
a
kidding me?
General thought: can you move out when you're supposed to? I mean,
I didn't know I was supposed to move out on
I
the
know,
day of
people just-
closing.
they-
When am I going to get my money?
yeah. Maybe after you move out.
What's the law say about that? What's the
You need to be out
on the day of closing.
at the time that you're.
So
like if you're
noon,
closing at 10
noon
o'clock.
is, or 10 o'clock, you got to be out by 10.
Yeah, and it needs-
swept out.
Yeah,
Like every-
broom
move out.
clean, broom clean. Right.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Broom clean. I know doesn't mean professionally clean, but just kind
Well,
of.
you know what? I
tidy
did
up.
it
I know
as
you
a
did it.
courtesy because I
Right.
wanted the new people to come in and think they got their money's worth,
Yeah.
like with a clean house. I
Right,
was never.
right.
I moved into a clean house, and why wouldn't they?
Right.
So.
Right. But to answer your question, it's right in the if anyone ever reads the contract, which buyers and sellers don't read it, it says right in the contract, by such and such time,
Right.
we're going to be doing a walkthrough, and it should be at that point a broom clean condition.
Right.
Which means everything has to be out of there.
This is a great one. When Rick goes, now, is it oil? Is it gas? He starts asking all the questions about the
Yeah.
property because Rick doesn't know the property.
Right.
And then he gets that pushback from a seller that says, I don't know. You're the attorney.
Oh.
But I don't live in your house.
Right.
Right.
So it's just so. I find some sellers are lazy, and it depends. Like if they're getting divorced, they don't really
care.
care. They're
Right.
splitting their proceeds. You
Right,
know.
right.
If they're anxious to get it done so they can move to their next house, yeah, they might be a little bit more hands-on. But
More
it depends on
motivated.
who your seller
Yeah,
is.
if you're getting divorced and you're splitting money and you're going to have to pay attorneys, what's $5,000 one way or the other
Right,
to you?
right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Right.
It's worth getting out.
But like,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
so,
was that a trigger warning too? I don't know.
oh yeah, we should have done another
Trigger
trigger.
warning.
It was a trigger warning to your wife.
No, she's not going to leave you now. You're famous. She's stuck by
I
you
can't-
all these
He's a trivia
years.
question.
I can't tell you how nonplussed my wife is by anything I do.
Well, she must have
doesn't
been pretty
care
excited
one-
about that
no,
one.
she does not. All she cared about was I had to delay her vacation a day.
Oh.
And my kids had to shame her into coming to the
Really?
show. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You
What's
couldn't
up
get-
with you, Mrs. V?
My-
You're married to fame and
She
fortune.
doesn't matter to her one little bit.
That's funny.
That is funny.
I would laugh all day long.
Yeah.
Tony, could
Oh,
you
we-
fix
we-
the toilet?
Yeah, we have a great relationship. We do laugh, but not about.
See Tony come in with his little handyman outfit. That'd be pretty cool.
I fix stuff around the house. We got a toilet. I got to.
Do you? Can you go over her house?
Yeah.
I know.
You
No,
got a
no.
running toilet?
I have a no. It's not running. I have a toilet that's somebody's going over to see it today. Don't worry,
What's
Rick.
it doing?
It just the little clip that holds that rubber thing that goes down to shut the water
Flapper.
in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rusted out.
Yeah,
So,
you get a-
but I went to fix it
Yeah.
with a piece of wire.
Of course.
And I realized that the last person that tried to fix it taped the little latch, like the little hole that it went
Yeah.
through, so that when I pushed it through, the tape came up, and I.
Water and tape don't go together. You know,
No shit.
that's
I'm not a plumber.
That's a
and I knew that.
That's a $7 fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna fix
Plumber's
it for
going to
me.
charge
Yeah,
1,200.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know.
No, it's a
Yeah.
family friend.
seen this
It's a family friend. Hopefully not
I
too
don't know how
much.
this is gonna work
I
out.
was just telling someone this story not too long ago. I tried to put in a fan light in my bathroom, an exhaust light.
Yeah.
Which isn't as easy as it sounds.
No,
No.
not at all.
Right.
And I
That's a job for an electrician.
Yeah, thank you. And so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't get it to work, and I got a buddy of mine that recommended an electrician.
Yeah.
I know a couple electricians you might know.
They're called
Yeah.
Mike Flynn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know him.
And
Yeah.
what's
Paul
the other one?
Gilligan.
Paul
Gilligan.
Gilligan.
Gilly got me this other guy.
Okay.
And he takes
He's
out
like a referral guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He never comes in himself.
No,
He's-
no, no.
He's got a guy
He's too
for everyone.
busy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
too busy.
Yeah.
So he takes my work down. He goes, I see what the problem is. I go, what happened? He goes, oh, you missed a whole stack of wires over there. They weren't connected to anything. I go, how did I miss that? He just looks at me and goes, it's not a hobby.
Right.
Electricity, not a hobby.
Right.
I go, duly noted.
I agree with that, too.
And he was done in like 20 minutes.
But the
he
fact
serious?
that,
Yeah.
you know how to fix a toilet is pretty amazing to me.
Oh, I do.
I have a closing right now being
Because
delayed.
Rick wouldn't be able to fix a
Over a
toilet.
toilet.
Don't turn this on me. You're doing so well.
Oh.
It's 30 minutes into
Do you
the
know what a
show.
Sawzall is?
I sure
Oh, my
do.
God.
It's
30 minutes literally into the show.
It's a reciprocal saw that will cut anything.
Okay.
Don't.
You got one?
I do now.
No, you don't.
What do you gotta
Kathy
cut?
sent me one because I didn't know what a Sawzall was. A couple
So
years ago.
when we moved into our new office several years ago, our offices are right next to each other,
Yeah.
and I yell.
Oh.
What, do we have to go?
We have to go. Sorry.
Nope,
save
nope,
the time.
nope. It's my
Look,
turn.
you freaked Chrissy out over there. She,
What? I just like stared at the screen. Like,
It's
what?
my turn. It's my turn.
Do that.
So I yell and then he yells back.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I yell and he yells back. And I'm
sure.
like, oh my God, we should get a Sawzall and put a mirror. And he goes, a what?
Yeah.
And he goes, I go, you don't know what one is? And so he goes, no. And he made it seem like not everyone knows. So every once in a while, I'll just start asking people if they know what a
No,
saw
I
is.
know.
So far, 99 out of 100 knew what a Sawzall
course.
was. Hey,
Right.
can you figure out an annual percentage rate on a mortgage?
I can.
On an adjustable?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Can you?
Sure.
No, you
You
can't.
need a sawzall
I
for
need a
that.
Sawzall for that.
You need a fancy
I can't
calculator.
believe we're
now.
wrapping up the show on a
So-
Sawzall story.
You know what? You know the stack of papers that everyone has to sign when they buy a house?
That's what I should get
You
the
go
saw.
right through one of those
Yeah.
with a sawzall.
Right.
Yeah.
In a second.
Gone.
Now, you two big time now, or are you still going to be able to do our movie on closings?
Whenever you get it
We
ready.
have
we'll
new
do it.
equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
do
new
have equipment
equipment.
now. We got video equipment
Nice.
and
We
everything.
could do it, sure.
Yeah.
I'll do
I
it.
know.
All right.
Yeah.
Because we've had some of our actors can't do it
I'm
anymore.
telling you, as high as I was then, it's right back to being me.
I don't know. I guess you had a really crazy high week, and
Yeah.
I wasn't even me, and I was all excited for you.
It was
so-
madness, and it was
Right.
very enjoyable. But
Right.
this week I have.
Think he'll try to do it for next year?
Last night I was in Yarmouth.
Right.
At a place with a ship in the middle of it.
Do they pay you for travel?
It's one of those places.
Was the
that
ship supposed to be there?
I don't know if it crashed or however, but it was at a marina and the bar was a ship. It was a nice place. The people were very lovely, but there were like 80 people.
Yeah.
And I go, all right, this is actually what I do. And I got to say this, I had just as much fun.
Right.
There you go. That's what make Tony V. Tony
And you
V.
seemed really comfortable on stage.
You
You
know,
walked
that
right
was the
out
thing.
there.
Yeah,
You
that-
walked right out there.
Well, you know what it was, Kath? For weeks I was going back and forth about my opening. People were pitching me jokes. You should, make fun of the Yankees. You should make fun of,
Yeah.
Bill Burr being second. You should, blah, 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 blah. And then I was going back and forth. But then I arrived at my first two lines,
which were good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Which was, they were completely me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I
it
felt
set
like
the
the-
tone
yes.
for what I
Yes.
did.
Yes.
And I was determined. I was telling Ed and Dave here that,
I think I saw it in our
Ed,
studio
he's,
audience.
he is our
There
studio.
He is. He
Him
just
and
waved.
Murph, and Murph's nodded
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Murph.
But I was,
Why do you think Ed's awake?
Your instinct is, it's hard to tell with Ed sometimes. Your instinct is to go out, hello, Boston, are you ready to?
Right.
And I go,
That's
not
not
me,
you.
and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to do that. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
establish what's going to come.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No,
yeah, you were great.
I think he
so-
nailed it. Nailed it. Congratulations again.
Thank
Maybe-
you very
maybe
much.
it will happen
and thank
again.
you for the support. I
Yeah,
mean,
God, we
knowing
were-
that.
Yeah.
Knowing all you guys were out there really helped.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was
it
funny.
was
You
a great
can't
event.
see everybody.
Right.
You know what I
Right,
mean? You
right.
can only see so many people.
Right.
Right,
You see
right.
like the first 20 rows
Right.
and a little of the sides, then nothing.
Right.
And then you can see the balconies.
Yeah.
But I have a old friend, Kevin Chapman, actor,
Oh, yeah.
buddy of mine. We did
Person of interest. he was
Person
on.
of interest, and we did Brotherhood together. And
Wow.
I
Yeah.
cigar smoking buddy with me, and he's got, and he knows this for a fact. He's got an unusually large melon.
Yes,
He's got
he
a
does.
big head.
No, you're right. You're
You know,
right.
it's distinctive.
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me.
And that's all I could see from the stage. He was like in row 6 or 8 or something like that. And it's like everything's fuzzy on the side, and all I could see is Kevin Chapman's head.
Well, that's a good
And he was
focal-
laughing. And he was laughing.
Yeah.
So I go, okay, it must be going well.
Yeah.
Chappie's laughing.
It went very well.
He'd be
so-
good for like golf because you know how you have to have your sight vision.
Yeah.
Put him right up at the pin.
Yeah.
And you have no problem there.
Yeah.
You just aim
He's
for
a
his
good
head.
man, and he guided me through the set to see.
That was awesome. So we were very excited.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone any better.
I know.
Yeah, that was really good. So congratulations.
Thank
to
you.
everywhere.
Very good.
So thanks again for
I'm so
joining
proud
us
of our
today.
Tony V.
That was awesome. Thank you, Tony V, paralegal extraordinaire, Kathy Holtshouser. Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
Woo!
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.